So hey guys, welcome to my review of Green Lantern issue number 9. In the last issue of Green Lantern, we see how Jordan escaped from his prison cell that the Indigo Tribe members has placed him in. And afterwards, he's trying to go find Sinestro so they both can escape from the planet Nook. And upon doing so, he stumbles upon a statue of Abin Sur, and he touches it and gets a brief flashback of some event that happened on planet Nook, and we learn some really vague information about the Indigo Tribe. We learned that the leader of the Indigo Tribe members, Iraq, is actually Abin Sur's greatest nemesis and greatest enemy. And so we learned about that, and we also learned that Abin Sur is the Indigo Tribe members, greatest savior also and greatest hero. And afterwards, Sinestro actually does get turned into one of the Indigo Tribe members, and they all approach Hal Jordan, and that's how the issue ends. And then, we have issue number 9. We open up with Sinestro, strapped down onto an operation table while the Indigo Tribe members are trying to turn him into one of them. And he actually gets a flashback about his past, something that, really changed his life or affected him really greatly in his past. And basically this actually helps turns him into one of the Indigo Tribe members. And afterwards, we open back up with how issue number 8 ended, with the Indigo Tribe members confronting Hal Jordan. And basically what they want to do is just send Hal Jordan back to Earth, because basically he has nothing to do with them. They don't really need him. He's not a bad person, so yeah, they don't want to harm him anyway. So they're just like, okay, why don't we just send you back to Earth? There's nothing left for you here. We don't really need you. You're not a threat to us, so go back to Earth. But of course, Hal Jordan won't leave the planet Nook without, Sinestro. So basically, he's going to try to figure out a way to get him back. And he escapes from the clutches of the Indigo Tribe members, and he escapes into a forbidden forest. Now, before I go on, I would like to tell you guys that what's going to happen next is I'm going to be spoiling the rest of the issue, because basically the rest of the issue basically talks about the backstory for the Indigo Tribe members. We get a lot of information here, and I don't want to spoil it to anybody who doesn't want to listen to this right now. So cut the video off here, and if you want to know my thoughts on this issue right now, like a brief thought, I think the issue is great. I think we learned a lot of good information about Indigo Tribe members, and it's really a great issue. I mean, I suggest you guys pick this issue up anyways, just to learn about the secrets of the Indigo Tribe members. If you still have question marks above your head, pick this issue up. So just stop the video here if you guys don't want spoilers, and go pick up the issue yourself and read it. And yeah, so for those of you who are still going to be sticking with me, let's keep going. As Hal Jordan enters the Forbidden Forest, he bumps into a really old alien dude, and his name is, I think I'm going to butcher his name here, Nat Ramo, and basically he was one of the founding members of the Indigo Tribe, but he's not one of them. So yeah, we bump into him, but then later on we open back up with the Guardians of the Universe. So yeah, we see Sandstorm again, who appeared in a couple of issues back in Green Lantern, and the Guardians are basically interrogating him, asking him, where's the Black Book? And of course Sandstorm doesn't know, because he was cowering in fear at that time, and he was knocked out, so he doesn't know what happened to it. He can't recall anything. So the douchebags that the Guardians are, or the overpowered gods they think they are, kill him off. Yeah, they're douchebags. And they said, oh, we don't have time for him, so let's just kill him off. Bing, he's dead. Okay, let's go. That's what they do. And I just found out, you guys are being big douches. I hope you get what's coming to you sooner or later. I hope Hal Jordan punches you in the face, or Sinestro kicks your ass, God damn it. But yeah, then we open back up with Hal Jordan talking to Nat Ramo. And basically, we learn a lot of information here. So let's start off with what Nook means. We've always heard the Indigo Tribe members say Nook, and the planet they live on is called Nook. And Nat Ramo tells us that Nook means, may the compassion be with you, or yeah, I guess that's what it means. Yeah, may compassion be with you. Yeah, like, may the force be with you. May compassion be with you. This compassion is, what is it? The compassion in this one is strong. Okay, we're just making Star Wars references now, you know. That's just not, okay, never mind. Let's just forget it. It's just a lame joke. But yeah, afterwards, we learn a bit more about the Indigo Tribe members. We learned that before the Indigo Tribe Corps was actually created, we learned that Nut Ramo and his people were actually turned into slaves by these invaders. And what happened was that Abin Sur came along and saved them. He was their savior. He was, you know, their hero. He stopped, you know, the invaders, destroyed their ships, and, you know, made them run away and leave, you know, Nat Ramo and his people alone. And then afterwards, you know, Abin Sur left, and he came back to visit Nock a couple of times, and he also brought back Iraq, who was actually a villain. She was a bad person. She actually killed Abin Sur's sister not Abin Sur's sister, Abin Sur's daughter a long time ago, and we didn't even know Abin Sur had a daughter to begin with. But yeah, afterwards, you know, they created the Indigo Tribe ring in order to basically test it on Iraq. And what happened was that she felt compassion in her heart. She felt warmth feeling, and she felt, you know, feelings. She had feelings now, you know. She wasn't cold-hearted anymore. And that's just how that's how they started the Indigo Tribe. That now, you know, Abin Sur has been bringing back villains, criminals, bad people, and turning them into one of the Indigo Tribe, you know, members. And basically he was creating an army because he saw the future. He saw the Blackest Night, and he also saw the Guardians trying to take over the universe, or try to destroy the Green Lantern Corps. So what ends up happening is that the only line of defense that they have right now was the Indigo Tribe to fight against the Guardians, and they also helped fight off Black Cat on the Blackest Night. But Hal Jordan tells, you know, Nat Ramo that, you know, Abin Sur's dead. I'm sorry. He's been dead a long time ago. And upon hearing this news, Nat Ramo breaks down, and basically he destroys the Central Battery Core, where Hal Jordan was supposed to go to in order to shut off Sinestro's ring. But upon doing so, he shuts off everybody's ring. He shuts off every Indigo Tribe member's ring. And of course, Sinestro's back to his normal self. He's back as a Green Lantern. But everybody else in the Indigo Tribe members basically turn back to normal. And that's how the issue ends. And I really like this issue. We got a lot of information here. Now, one question being is that Abin Sur was the one who was supposed to lead the Indigo Tribe army to fight against the Guardians and the Blackest Night, you know, that event. But, you know, since Abin Sur is not alive anymore, Nat Ramo, who has, you know, such high hopes for Abin Sur, he looks up to him, you know. He thinks of him as, you know, their savior, that he's a savior for the whole entire universe, I guess. And knowing that he's dead, he has lost all hope, and that's why he destroys the Central Battery Core. If people think that this is a stupid idea, I don't really think it's a stupid idea when you actually try to relate to him. I mean, upon hearing this, I mean, this is your greatest hero. This is your savior that saved your planet. You know, to know that he died, it's just like Superman. Okay, if Superman died in front of you, and Darkseid, or, you know, whoever was going to invade planet Earth, would you lose all hope? What if, you know, right now, the Night of Owls, you know, event that's going on, what if Gotham City, okay, let's exclude Batman and all the other superheroes, you know, what if Batman dies? What hope is there left for Gotham City when you think about it? Batman's, you know, the guy who runs Gotham City. This is his city. This is, you know, his place that he protects, that he loves, you know? So, in a way, I can relate to Nat Ramo. I can understand, you know, why he did this, you know. So people don't think that it's a pretty stupid idea. And this can actually lead up to a bigger thing, because Abin Sur's best friend was Sinestro. And Sinestro's a Green Lantern now. And we all know that Sinestro is a formidable foe, you know. He created his own corpse, and basically he's sort of a force to be reckoned with, you know. He's pretty strong. He's like maybe second best alongside Abin Sur. So, you know, could this possibly mean that there is still hope if they could actually recreate a Central Battery Core? But I don't know, because Nat Ramo and Abin Sur were the only people who can actually create the rings themselves. But who knows? I really would like to know what's going to happen next. I mean, can Sinestro, rise up to the challenge and actually be the leader for the Indigo Tribe and stop the Guardians because he's seen the future? Or could Hal Jordan? Who knows? What's going to happen next? This can open up to a whole big, idea or like big plan. I'm just excited now. But the bad part is actually in the front cover of this issue, it says "Drowning in the Madness of the Black Hand." Now, Black Hand does appear in this issue, but he has no dialogue whatsoever, and he did appear in the last couple of issues. But now the Indigo Tribe Central Battery Core is destroyed. Everybody has turned back to normal, so Black Hand has turned back to normal. Oh God. Oh crap, what's going to happen next? Are we going to have a big huge fight with Black Hand? Oh my god, is Black Hand going to decide to help Sinestro and Hal Jordan? Or are we going to have another Blackest Night moment? Okay, this is kind of, interesting, really interesting now, isn't it? Yeah, and I really like this issue. It's opening up doors to really big things that could happen next because, as we all know, right now DC Comics, or the company, is basically expanding their universe. We know the DC universe is pretty big, but right now what they're doing is they're actually, bunching up these heroes together, like Batman, he's bunching these characters all together, Superman, everybody, not just the Justice League, but we're having, different characters meet each other now, and that's what, is happening in Green Lantern. We're having the Green Lanterns, fight against the Reach, or was it the Blue Lantern Corps are fighting off the Reach, and then we have all these other things that are coming up, like Teen Titans meeting the Legion of the Lost. We have all these things that are happening right now, and it's really, really great. I'm really, really happy that these things are happening, and it's interesting, and I'm going to be excited to see, or hopefully you guys are excited to see what's going to happen next in Green Lantern, and see what's going to happen next. Is Hal Jordan and Sinestro going to lead the Indigo Tribe members to fight against, the Guardians of the Universe? Or is Black Hand going to, stop them, or be the one that they're going to have to fight against before fighting the Guardians? Or who knows what's going to happen next? Really great issue. I really like it. It's a really good read. We got a lot of backstory, and like I said, this issue opens up a lot of doors, to really bigger things. So yeah, hopefully you guys liked this review and found it enjoyable, I guess. But yeah, hopefully you guys liked this review, and thank you for watching. So I'll talk to you guys later. See you guys.